Hello, everybody, and welcome back to, where's my there it is, the archive, where we once again return with Final Fantasy XVI. I know what you're thinking. I'm actually here for once. I know, it's great. And we've got a lot of game to get through, because we have things to do, and I want to start more games. But there's a reason why I've scheduled this game for 3 times this week, and that's because I'm pretty sure the DLCs are a little longer than I originally thought they were. My plan is to go through the DLCs, which we are starting tonight. I have gotten seemingly all of the internet stuff fixed. I had a pleasant conversation with the internet company, definitely pleasant. Told them basically fix the fucking internet or there's gonna be fucking hell to pay, but they managed to get it fixed within a couple hours. Hopefully no more frame drops tonight. We have a lot to do, and we can actually stream for more than an hour and a half, so we're just gonna jump into it because I've got a lot of things to do. Luckily, this was a great week because, you know, for once I'm not being overworked. I'm only working the normal amount of time for a fucking week for once, and that's very helpful. I know, it's probably annoying listening to me complain about fucking work every single stream.
About it. I feel like it's calling to me.
The fuck does that mean? Oh, the giant floating rock in the sky, right. Well, don't do that. That would be a bad idea. I'm pretty sure he'd, like, eat your soul or something. I don't know. I don't really know what he's doing up there.
Still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
I mean, not really my doing,
story,
but...
one that I'd rather only tell once. Right. All hands on deck.
So, if I got my information correctly, we've got 2 side quests to do before we can... Well, not before we can start the DLCs, but before we should start the DLCs. Because apparently, yeah, I need to unlock Jill and Joshua as permanent party members, because that's apparently not an inherent thing. Oh, great, everybody's here.
As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Now the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Oh, yeah, I didn't really think about that. There were probably people still alive down there when that happened.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well,
the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canberra is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers.
Sounds about right.
I've sent the curse breakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
Yeah, it'd be a really bad time for me to, like, go off and do a bunch of random shit before dealing with that problem, huh?
Sicker with every passing day. Could it be that this new mother crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies.
Ah, so it's just gonna passively just...
Below and in the middle,
It's just gonna passively turn people into Akashic, huh?
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
Something tells me that's going to change very soon.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Yep, 100%.
That's right.
Totally not going to abandon you all to do some DLCs in a completely different area.
Bugger off.
That would do it. Fucking make a giant flying ship. Or just commandeer one.
Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, right?
As fresh as the air can be, you know, being ripped of all its life force.
Thank you.
Alright.
Seemed upset.
Let's see. So, first things first. Why are those quests? I'm assuming quests are locked because we're in a story moment right now. So, we just kind of have to do this and keep going. It's not the end of the world. If it turns out I missed a prerequisite or something, I'll just look it up, or we'll complete the game tonight and I'll go back and do the DLCs on Friday. One of the two.
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
Godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, there may be, but a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it, it won't be easy. It may take generations, centuries of suffering. And that is, if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies.
Yeah, that's not a very good plan, Joshua.
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
Still seems like a little ambitious. Like, we could come up with another solution.
All right. I yield.
Like, I'm pretty sure Ifrit has jumped higher distances than that. We could probably just launch off the ground at a high enough speed and we just get up there.
And what of my wings?
Yeah, that's true. We also have Bahamut.
Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you...
Bro, I have a name. It's not Ifrit. It's Clive, bro.
It is.
You can call me my name.
Icons no longer submitted to their will.
have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he, given his, like, current demeanor.
With Ultima. He has much to answer.
Like, bro, like, don't assume you're gonna die yet. Don't, like, go throwing your life away. Like, you've still got a boyfriend to come back to, alright? It's fine. You don't need to throw everything away. Bro's way too willing to just be like,
debts when this is over.
yeah, I'll just deal with it. I'll figure it out. Like, I'm pretty sure Mid could come up with an airship at this point. We've already got the basic core components. Sure, it might take a couple weeks or a month, but I doubt the world's gonna end that quickly. Right?
Let's come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to, does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill.
Still in story mode right now.
She understands.
Of course she understands, Clive. In fact, I'm pretty confident she's gonna end up coming with us one way or the other.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be alright, won't you, Clive?
Of course. It's not like there's ever been a
Bizarre.
bad ending for a Final Fantasy character or
I
anything.
did promise we'd watch them out together.
Although technically, I think,
I'll be waiting.
yeah, most Final Fantasy characters end up fine in the end, so it'll be fine. We're good. I can't think of a single example otherwise. Yeah, we'll be fine. Like, we're the heroes.
It's almost
We
time.
save the day. We kick ass.
Gonna make sure
It's
I
just what we do.
anything.
Alright. So, first things first. Hello, Joshua.
Ah, Clive. This is it then, brother. Indeed.
You're wrong.
You know, it's weird that the side, like, most of the inconsequential side quests are, like, voiced, and this end-of-game dialogue isn't.
Of course.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of voiced, but not really. Also, aren't I
Another time.
where's my side quests? Hold on. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to have a couple side quests available right now that I can do. Shit. Where? Okay, hold on. So first off, because I know enough to know that this main story quest we're on is probably the last one. And I know that that should theoretically unlock the DLCs for me, unless the DLCs can only be done in New Game Plus, but I don't think that's right. Not going there yet. Hold on. I looked this up earlier. Side quest of those. Let's see. Oh, okay. I see what the problem is. There is apparently a prerequisite side quest. In order to unlock the DLCs, we've got to do Jill and Joshua's companion missions. And in order to unlock Joshua's companion mission, which unlocks Jill's, we has to do Yote's first.
Great, my Lord Marquis.
Phoenix, heal thyself.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but his grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger.
Okay.
And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by. And
easy
our
enough.
supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
Why? Do you really have to ask? I'm his brother. Like, that... As if I'm gonna say no.
For Joshua, anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
And yes, I often forget to mention it, but hello, YouTube.
So it's only the
I still am always in the mentality, you know, even though I multi-stream,
Yes,
that, you know,
I shall go
the
on your
YouTube,
My lord.
I always forget it's
We've
there.
yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough.
Easy enough. Alright.
Prepare the other ingredients.
I just gotta go collect some flowers. Easy peasy. How hard could that be? Alright. Give me one moment. I'm gonna tab back into my other research, to my other information tab, now that I have found that problem and solved it. Should just map there. H. That's world map. Yep. 3 reads. Oh, yeah, probably. It's, like, the one thing I know about the DLCs, which is what we're priming to do before the end of the game, is that they are substantially more difficult than the base game, from what I hear. So, that's gonna be great. I mean, sure, I've only really died, like, 5 times, and it took me, like, until the last icon fight before my first death, but, like, whew, I am spooked. It's gonna be rough. But we'll make it through. I've done worse. I know. I keep forgetting to do it. I've been so busy, it's been such a pain in the ass recently with all the work and shit that I just haven't had the time. Well, no, that's a lie. I have had the time. I simply forget because I'm a dumbass. That was massively overkill. Also, we're gonna make travel a little easier here.
Come on.
Because I can't cross the slightest body of water.
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stonewort. Yote mentioned blood red petals. Just my luck. Well, I won't be picking anything till they're gone. Waiting for it.
Ow. That was the wrong button. That was just me being bad. Nice. And goodbye. Or not quite. Really thought I was gonna have to fucking deal with that, get hit by that, and actually dodge. Luckily, I'm good.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
That should do it. Let's get these back to Yote.
Already saving up all of that, all of the things I'm gonna need for it.
Yote, I brought back all the stone and water I could find. Will this be enough?
Stonewort. Take. Give. Can I have the medicine for Joshua, please?
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
Yeah, I'm sure Joshua will be fine for at least a little while.
You and his grace are very much alike, you know.
We
You
are
think only
brothers.
of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
That's if I'm worried about a
You
little
have my big
danger.
brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Quest complete. It's time. I've been waiting for this. It is time. It's been a long time since I started acquiring all of these ability points, but now we get Master Giga Flare. Fucking 6,000. Alright. Now that that's done, we should be good to go, and we should be able to talk. Yep, that's the quest marker above Joshua's head. We are good to go.
There's something about it. Like it's calling to me.
Relax, you said that earlier. It's not a big deal. Just ignore the giant floating rock.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
Nothing.
It's not nothing.
Thank you.
I've received word from
Although you technically did still say
the
nothing.
Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will. How and where?
Not that there's probably much to get out of it.
But
I
he
mean,
feels
what
like
kind of
us.
inheritance do we have?
After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Oop, what the fuck was that? I don't know what opened in the background, but something opened in the background.
Of course.
I don't see anything new on my
I don't like that
taskbar.
letter as much as you do.
Why does random shit always have to happen when I'm streaming of all times? Not when I'm just playing random games by myself or anything, or just relaxing and watching some YouTube. It's always the crazy shit on my PC. It has to happen while I'm live. I think I'm going to the right spot. Yep, here we are. What's up, Cyril? What do you got for us?
My lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
It's like 3 seconds. Just fast travel.
Found a letter from Father.
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
Oh, I was really... Oh, shit. I skipped it.
Inheritance.
It would seem
Fucking right
that
mouse
the
button
Archduke
skips
penned this
dialogue?
missive shortly before his
Alright,
passing.
fine. Okay, I didn't want to read it anyway.
Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, your grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim.
That's a
Your
cause
father's
I can get
dream
behind.
did not end there. His grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies.
Ah, Father was at his time.
Ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
It is true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath.
Well, she was kind of an asshole
Least
anyway.
remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
What do you
It
mean?
is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
Okay.
She awaits you in the archive, your grace.
Thank you, Cyril.
Okay. All right. Yeah, why not?
Shall we then?
I mean, I'm not gonna refuse inheritance money. I mean, like, I could use that to buy weapons and supplies for the end, for the battle against Ultima. It's fine. Thanks for waiting outside patiently, Torgal, as always.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you.
That has been, like, what, 20 years or something? Wait, no, it's like 10 years. I think there was a 5-year gap between the prologue to Chapter 1, and then there was another 5-year gap between Chapter 1 and the current moment.
I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more. What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both.
Oh, no money.
He did not.
I'm kidding, of course. The family heirlooms are just as good.
He had intended to claim the heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
No.
See.
In the new world, bearers won't be treated like shit.
It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these, works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it.
No.
It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one.
I'm sorry?
A certain specimen has made its
How the fuck
nest
did
in
it end up
Titan's
there?
Peak, not far from here.
A certain specimen.
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
Slay a beast. Easy peasy, not even a challenge. Like, we've slayed we've slayed icons. Like, it's fine.
It's to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Always a good do-gooder, huh, Joshua? I mean, I'm not saying I disagree with you. It's just, you know. Always thinking about the needs of others. Probably should head out of town the correct way.
How are those new boots treating you?
No? Okay. Nah, fuck.
Phoenix down, but tough as boiled bone.
It would help if Clive, you know, the big, strong muscle man, could jump more than, like, 3 inches off the ground. I don't even know if he gets that much clearance.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold enough to heed her?
Alright. Yep, just follow the path. Also, wow, this area is very red. We're taking this path. Keep up, Joshua.
Ready, go? Faster.
Fucking sick. Joshua just trying his best, like running behind us, like hoping to keep up. Alright. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Straight home now.
Dead. I don't even know why I bother. I'm literally 10 levels higher than those enemies. My plan is, and I don't know if this will actually happen, or if it, I don't know if this will actually happen, but my plan is to hopefully... Oh, come on. I'm in the middle of talking here, guys. Can't you wait, like, 2 seconds? You're not even, like, worth the fight. You're not gonna give me, like, any XP. Honestly, we're better off just doing this. As I was trying to say before, my plan is, and while this may or may not happen, is to get most of the side quests and the hunts out of the way while off stream, either tonight after the stream or tomorrow after the Final Fantasy XIV stream, just so we have all of our upgraded equipment and levels and things. Oh God, the bots are back. I tried my best to set up the auto mod to make sure they didn't do anything, but clearly that did not work. Not really surprised, just more disappointed.
There it is. The House Rossfield.
Perfect. Goodbye. Doing a little bit more damage. I don't really know if that $6,000 ability point upgrade was necessarily the most worth it thing in the world, but you know, it's fine. I made my choice, and we're sticking with it. I really don't want to die here, because I don't have any healing pots. You know what? Fuck it. Just kill this fucking thing. Die, please? Thank you. Honestly, I should upgrade fucking the Rod of Judgment.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Godotha will know.
Please tell me there's a fast travel point. Thank you. There's a shop in town. Yes. Yes, there is. I need potions. I probably should have grabbed them before I headed to fight the thing. But that's fine. None of this stuff is better. It's either equal. Ooh. I don't think we need that. One, two, three, four.
Anything else?
3.
Of course.
And more
Fine
strength
choice.
tonics.
Come again.
Don't look, Torgal. Those bastards with their wolf pelts. How dare they? Fucking monsters.
Thunder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Godotha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
Sure. We're not in a hurry or anything. Definitely not the end of the world looming down on our heads.
The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms, only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Godotha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them.
That's a good point.
How were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
Thank the founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
The Founder's Grasp. Oh, I was gonna
Suit you well.
I was gonna equip it, but all right, fine.
Satisfying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff. Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to.
That's a pretty good idea.
Clive? Should we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it. For it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Fair enough.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
All right. Where are we going? Hawk's Cry Cliff. Oh, this place. I am very still wounded.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of.
Yeah, she was kind of an ass.
Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there.
Kind of an out of the way place for it, but maybe not. I guess if you're going to put something that valuable in the open, you know, that helmet, that you're going to want it a little concealed.
Was right.
Surprised nobody's just looted it after all these years, but
It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself.
I don't think some... that's a good point, but I don't think some people care.
Against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
What's up, Clive?
We won't lay you down. Onward then. Onward. To the end.
Yeah, not quite yet, but, you know,
To a new beginning.
we're making progress. Where there's a will. Ah, it's a token. It's a treasure piece that's displayed. I see, but what's the armband do? That was an actual piece of equipment, as far as I know. Gear. Founder's Grasp. Ooh, that's an upgrade. Alright, yeah. Alright, back to the hideaway. We've got another side quest to do before we can start the DLCs, I believe. Because now that we've finished Joshua's, Jill should be unlocked. Of course, I don't see it. Nope, yeah, there it is. Or no, that's far away. Jill, you still up here? Okay. It's a good thing I left my tab still open. Why can't I play through Jill's? We need the Priceless side quest, if I remember the name correctly. Priceless unlock. Okay, so we need to do Cut from the Cloth, which unlocks another side quest that will unlock the quest we need to do. So let's see. Cut from the Cloth. FF16, thank you. I think we've actually already done this. Yes, no, we've done that side quest. So, to unlock the Concern for Jill letter. Okay, so it's a letter, so I'm assuming it's in reading table? Yes. Okay, here we go. Already had it.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Tab back into my research tab. Joshua, what's up? I heard you're concerned about Jill.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
That does sound like something Clive would do as a teenager.
A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Can't imagine.
And it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
Yeah, it's really the
Saying
thought
I
that
should go and
counts.
Scout the area for bandits.
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left.
That's true. If there aren't,
What would you do without me, Clive?
that would probably make the situation worse, not better. Alright. Quest destination nearby. Oh. Bunch of dead Earth. Well, that's unfortunate.
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
there's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Yeah, that would make too much sense.
It's the only place I know of. You of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone in the backyard. To the hideaway, then.
God, Clive can be daft sometimes. Thank God we have Joshua here to help us. Back to the hideaway.
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
Who knows? Maybe we're lucky and they're actually growing some right now. Probably not, but, you know, could get lucky.
Say what you will.
I don't even think I've been over here yet.
Oh. What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Well, I claimed one. But the other one, you never know. We could do this, Clive.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
The fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right.
You asked her as well.
She kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Boilerfeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
Alright. A solution. It's a good thing we can fast travel. Otherwise, we'd be spending months of time just traveling back and forth to places.
The Dominion's all but done for. Then it's lucky we stayed here.
Was that shouting I heard from the back?
Okay. Go through here.
Do you think he was the only one who survived?
All right. All right. Let's just hope these damn flowers are here. Otherwise, I don't know what we're gonna do. Of course, knowing standard, you know. I was gonna say standard storytelling. There will probably be some here, you know. You gotta hang up the despair and then bring a little bit of hope. Of course, we could also rule of 3 it, you know, the third place we check. I'm not even gonna bother. Level 33 enemies are not worth our time. Let's see. Well, they did say the shore. Perhaps I overshot it? Oh, yeah, I did. I'm actually surprised that hit. More enemies?
What do you see, boy?
Why are you guarding flowers? Like, come on.
Let's hope this is the last one.
Ow. I just stood still and took that, huh? I didn't mean to use all my abilities so early, but that's fine. I wasn't aiming at you, but sure. You know what? Yeah, why not? Even without damage boost from the enemy being staggered. Ow. That still does a shitload. Easy peasy. That?
That was harder than
Oh, I hit the screenshot button. No fucking wonder. Like, why the fuck is there a camera shot noise? It's just me being a dumbass and hitting the wrong button.
It was worth it. They're beautiful.
They'd probably be even more beautiful if the red sky wasn't beating down on them, kind of tainting the pure white color.
Come on. Let's go.
You're gonna make me travel back to the hideaway to get Jill, or, oh, we're just gonna cutscene it?
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Alright, before we watch the cool romantic cutscene, I am going to take a quick bathroom break. No more than like a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. As I said, only like a minute. Hold on, let me just... Green screen's a little off. Good. I will admit, I almost forgot to unmute myself. I got down, sat here, and I'm like, am I forgetting something? Yes, I was. Hey, Jill.
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
Don't even wait for an answer. Just, alright, we're going. You don't have a choice in the matter. We're leaving. Follow me.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you. Joshua and I.
You could have just said, I've been worried about you.
Remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
You know, Clive, you could smile. Instead of being the stoic, neutral expression as always.
She'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noble women at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Finally, little inkling of a smile there.
When all this is over.
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
And that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
Fucking finally. Took you too long enough.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Ooh. Not that I use Shiva to get use out of that. But it's nice. If I did. Yep. Perfect. Yeah. Alright. Man, I guess it's time we should go fight the final boss. Oh, wait. There are 2 DLCs to do. Never mind. I'm sure the end of the world can wait. After all, Ultima needs us. What's he gonna do? Can't really do anything without us, so if we just fuck off to the other end of the world, I mean... which one to do first. I think Rising Tide is shorter, so let's do that one. I'm not 100% on that. I'm just saying that because well, I don't know. Let's see. I shall not waste time mincing words. Leviathan's dominant is in need of rescue, and despite my innumerable misgivings about joining hands with an outlaw of the highest disrepute, the dame has assured me that there is none better suited to the task at hand. I dare not reveal more for fear that this missive could fall into the wrong hands. But if what little I have penned here has kindled your interest, I bid you journey to the Vale in Northreach and inquire with one Layla. She will surely see you satisfied.
Leviathan the Lost. Why now? After all this time.
Why, what now?
Oh, I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
Alright then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there.
Oh, Otto, you're here too.
So, what is it this time?
I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my chambers omitted a few crucial details.
Do we know its provenance?
That was one of the details it omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
The dame? Well, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
Important might be an understatement.
Have you changed voices, Otto? Your voice is a lot deeper than and more gravelly than I remember.
Is in danger, and someone wants us to save him.
Leviathan.
So the Warden of Water has finally returned. What has it been? 100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crushing waves to bear upon the realm.
Why the gap? I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
No, it sounds like you've got the same voice actor. You're just doing... You're just performing it a little differently.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time. Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Vale can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
The squad's assembled.
Both of you. And Otto.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on things here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Thank you. I shall leave the Invincible in your capable hands.
Ooh, new quest theme. Chasing the Tides. Quest destinations for the Rising Tide are indicated with that symbol, whatever it is. After accepting the quest, current objectives are displayed on the to-do list on the right-hand side of the screen. These will temporarily replace main scenario objectives. If you wish to restore main scenario objective, yeah, whatever. Nope. The only main scenario objective we have left is to do the final mission, I think, and end the game. So, nope, we got more important things to do. The end of the world? Not so much. Finding this last guy? Sure. I mean, what's more power? Anything, I mean, we're definitely going to end up with Leviathan's power. I mean, why introduce another dominant if we're not? And we're going to need all the power we can get to fight Ultima again.
Is that shouting I heard from the back?
And you're just gonna fall into line.
I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in? Or just watching?
That's not what we're here for. Thanks for the...
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
That would be very awkward.
Time is up to you. The price is still the same.
Listen, we were sent a letter to come here and talk to you, alright? I'm not paying you shit.
We hear about the letter.
Oh. Sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Okay.
Specifically.
A location.
Yeah. End of the world. Can we get to it? Like...
There you'll find a tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
And that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
Yes, I'll be weary of the flowers.
Does anyone else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town?
Not if she realizes the value of the information she's party to.
And the danger it puts her in.
It's the only one who survived.
Okay. Well. Oh, Lord. I'm sure this can only end well.
The tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes.
It's empty. Why am I not surprised?
Well, there's a recently lit campfire.
Boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to.
It's still smoldering. So clearly somebody's been here recently.
The embers are still warm.
So you're Sid.
Thanks, Torgal. And you are?
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Motes of Water.
The modes of water.
What's
The very
that?
tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born.
Well, maybe the dominant has been around this whole
Their
time.
sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive.
Yeah, that's great.
Though we've managed
So
to
how can
keep
I help
that
you?
fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
Wave? I'm sorry? Oh, that thing. Yeah, I was just about to ask what that was.
Only that it's been there a long time.
Noticed it when we were walking down here.
Almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty. So in other words, you know nothing.
Thanks for putting it bluntly.
Not that I'll hold it against you.
Thank you.
The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the icon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to
rescue him? Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place.
That would be me, yes.
And ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an icon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
Of course. I don't see why not.
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born.
That's kind of fucked up. That's...
He
yeah.
deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
Oh, you're against that whole thing. Okay, yeah. No, agreed. Yep. So your people imprison the dominant of Leviathan for some reason.
Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant.
Yeah, I suppose freeing him wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay?
Yeah, why not?
My people await you there.
Lead the way.
New quest. New area. The Lost Cloak.
Alright, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point.
Oh,
it's
I
a
see.
glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes.
So this universe, Final Fantasy universe has glamours too?
Watch.
Okay.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
We're in cutscene mode.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
You'd have no idea. If you were just stuck in this place and stuck in the glamour, you'd have no idea that the fucking world is ending. But I suppose that's fair.
And that concludes our little voyage. We're
Honestly,
here.
ignorance is bliss in this case. If the world was going to end in like 5 days, I'd probably want to not be aware of it. Sure, the terror would probably be greater in the moment. But, I'd rather live in blissful ignorance of something that catastrophic.
It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one.
Also, cutscene budget seems to have gone up a little bit.
I hope you're up for a climb.
Either that or the cutscene models are just a little bit different. At least, or it could be the lighting, I guess. I've gotten quite used to the sickly red lighting.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
Wow. Yeah, I thought this game looked pretty in some of the other venues, but...
This path can be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Sheila, that I have no such aliases.
Stop showing off,
Is
Joshua.
that so, Lord Margrace? It's all the same to me.
Oh, 50. Okay.
We'll handle this.
Not that I don't think I can handle level 50 enemies. It's just, that's a jump. I'm always willing for a challenge, though. Nope.
Earlier you mentioned
Holy shit. Alright. My level is about to skyrocket, or at least get equal to level 50. 4,000 experience from just that.
Waiting for me in Sunbreak, if I ever get careless.
It's a good sign. I should be fighting every encounter we come across here for that reason. Oh, come on, Clive. Why lock onto the one we can't hit? Aw, you ruined the fun. I know, that was well, that was so dumb, but it was funny, so I enjoyed it. Fucking literally just fighting game juggled that guy in the corner.
Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
Cool.
It's not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
Holy fuck. Okay, here I was thinking maybe this was gonna be a couple quests and a boss fight, but what the this is a lot of fucking things that I'm looking at right here. See a small town and a big magic laser.
So
alive.
I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, how has this place avoided the blight? Like, it seems completely unaffected. Like, there's no blight for miles. I mean, sure, it could just be glamour, but I don't even see ether particles in the air.
Shula, and we aim to keep it that way.
Also, I'm really glad that they...
Glowing. That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour. Steer well clear.
Fair enough, but I won't fuck with it. Okay, I went up and to see if I could fuck with it, but I can't. But I'm honestly glad they force you to have Joshua and Jill through this, because I think this would be a lot more awkward if you didn't have, like, a full-style Final Fantasy party for this. And finally getting to hear more dialogue from the party is great. Now, if only there was a DLC that was like early game with like the original Sid.
One wonders what prompted it.
That would have been something. But I know why they didn't do that. It's because it would only work if you did it during Act 1. It wouldn't function otherwise. Ow. I was really trying to avoid it. It also just seems like these areas are just better optimized. My frame rate seems higher. Even running at 120 hertz and 4K. And of course, you know, also, you know, streaming in the background. And looking at it now, I was a little worried about it, and I haven't been looking, but it does look like the internet problems have been fixed. We haven't dropped a single frame in the last hour and 40 minutes. See, I'm not completely incompetent when it comes to fixing things, just mostly.
Could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay.
I want to find out what's over there. It doesn't look like there's much. It's a worthwhile diversion. Worst case scenario, it's just an encounter and we get more XP. Or there's a box, or like treasure, or something, maybe? Mayhap. Some things. Another glamour box. And Clive's allergic to water, so we can't enter that and wade through it. I assume this will be like a side quest or something later. I don't know why the area would be here otherwise. Unless it's just for flavor, which is fine. You know, I like a little bit more than a straightforward linear map. Granted, I didn't even notice that offshoot, but this map is pretty linear.
Our evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
Wow. Haven.
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog.
It's a wolf, first
All right,
off.
now, back to your duties. You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
Then we are honored to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours.
Clearly I need to, because clearly we're misinformed.
That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Alright.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
There's really nothing to see here, guys. I'm just a really cool guy.
That'll be them then. Don't look like much if you ask me.
Are you kidding me? Do you see these fucking muscles? Do you see this big fucking sword I have strapped to my back? I'm not exactly nothing.
Look, that one's got a black cape.
It's pretty sick, isn't it?
He's the leader.
I mean, I like to imagine I am.
Look, Nan, it's the outsiders.
Hush. It's not polite to call outsiders outsiders.
You just... whatever.
Intruders! We must flee!
It's all right. They're the tributaries' guests.
After what their kind did to us. It's wrong.
Listen, we're not here to kill you. We're actually here to help you, as far as I'm concerned. I'll take a full look around. I'm in no rush to get through these.
Do you think this bridge has been standing here?
Oh, at least as long as we have. Last then.
Suddenly, there were curls everywhere I looked. It was all I could do to make it back to Haven without being torn limb from limb.
All you could do. And there I was thinking you were a bearer.
No.
Like one of the cairns was disturbed by an ibex.
The fuck is an
Enough
ibex?
to do. Busy or not, though, we'll need to see to it soon.
Alright.
Poor things are as pale as ghosts. Are they unwell?
Pale?
I don't think so, ma'am. It's just the way they are.
Alright, what do we got? You got lore? Do we have lore?
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods?
It's quite nice,
It
honestly.
might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us, and well, yes,
This
The
man,
dominant?
Valius, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Valius is still a baby.
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago.
Probably like locked in
That would
time,
surely
locked
make him
magically.
older still.
Not necessarily.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry.
Valius was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the icons sensed their treachery.
Wow, even as a baby?
He summoned a wave so large, it would have swallowed the entire village. If my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show
Yeah,
you
that would
exactly
help.
What he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
Are you bound for the wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
Yeah, that's nice of you.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
Figured. Alright. The ceaseless rill.
That's very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you.
Okay.
We will.
I'll probably ask you some questions.
Then I bid you good tide.
Still don't know why the blight seemingly hasn't affected this place.
Our storehouse lies
Oh.
across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. Though we will have to ask you for recompense, poor as we are.
And now that's fair. What's up?
You are Sid, aren't you? The man the tributary told us about? I wonder if you could help me.
With what exactly?
Oh, nothing too troublesome. Do you know my husband, Pavat? He's the village smith, among other things. Anyway, his name day's not far off, and I wanted to make a gift for him.
Sure.
He's a craftsman, you see, and he's been fretting about running low on the flowers he uses for dye making, so I wondered if you might collect some for me and give them to him.
Would this gift not be better coming from you?
Perhaps, but it can't, for reasons I can't go into. Please, I know it sounds daft, but I'd be ever so grateful.
Yeah, I guess it couldn't hurt. Alright.
Fine. Which flowers does your husband need?
Clive, we don't have to sound like that. You don't have to you don't have to punctuate it like that.
Bricks, so we always feel close to water like they are. You don't need to go to the trouble of picking them yourself, though. Just speak to the field hands and ask them to share their harvest with you. 2 basketfuls should be enough for my husband to be getting on with.
2 basketfuls it is.
Like, seriously, Clive just kind of sounded annoyed and pissed off more than anything else during those first 2 lines of dialogue. It's not a huge deal, Clive. Like, all we're doing is going and asking for a couple basketfuls of flowers.
I'm not arguing. The child.
Excuse me. I wonder, might you be able to spare a basket of Elder's blessings? Pavart's wife tasked me with collecting some for her husband. and suggested that I speak to you.
Ah. Wyrda wants you to bless her better half with the fruits of our labour, does she?
Yeah,
Go on,
apparently.
then. Give the old fool something to squirm about.
Squirm about?
Sorry.
Ah, don't worry about it.
I'm starting to worry about
Old
this.
fool Pavat may be, but if you come bearing gifts, he's not fool enough to turn you away.
Right?
Thank you.
Okay. Weird.
Ah, welcome to Haven, friend.
No.
Thank you.
Thanks for the greeting.
Forgive my presumptuousness, but the smith's wife has asked me to make her husband a present of some elder's blessings. 2 basketfuls, to be precise.
Well, I have one, if that's any help.
It is. I'm much obliged. They really are beautiful.
Aren't they just? Though that's not the only reason they have a special place in our hearts.
No?
Legend has it that when our people fled from Ash, the tributary of the Time took some seeds with them. And as they wandered high and low across the Twins, he'd plant them wherever they stopped for water. Every elder since has done the same. So when we finally put down roots here in Mysidia, the flowers did too.
It's a nice little history.
Well, that's 2 basketfuls.
Still a little weirded out. But okay. I mean, it couldn't hurt, right?
What do you want? Your wife asked me to bring you these flowers.
Please. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just the messenger, the delivery boy, man.
That woman.
What's up?
Come out. I know you're there.
What did you rope me into?
Who? Me?
What did I get in the middle of?
Would either of you care to explain what's going on?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you. It's just, my husband can be a bit standoffish at times, and I thought this might be a good way for the 2 of you to get acquainted.
Oh, I see.
What with you being a swordsman like, and him being the only smith in the village. It'd be a shame if you couldn't turn to him for help.
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I had my hands full with all the orders you lot dumped on me.
Oh, God. Listen, man, I'm not...
pretty much done with them now. But, for the record, the tributary said that we were to lend you outsiders our aid, and that's exactly what I was planning to do. With or without my darling wife's meddling. Still, here we are. Acquainted. So, if there's out you need, just bring us the materials, alright?
Okay.
Alright.
I thought that was going to be much worse than it was.
And tar for the flowers. I was running low.
On flowers?
Use them for dyeing, I hear.
Oh, yeah, dyeing. Duh.
Aye. Crush the petals and it makes a fine and lasting blue. We use it to stain the cloth for our tunics and pennons. To remind us where we come from, like.
As modes of water. Children of the sea.
That's right. The pattern too was left by our ancestors. The Ceaseless Rill, it's called. It symbolizes the river of our tribe, with the strength of Leviathan running through it. And no matter how that river has ebbed, flowed, changed its course, the flowers have always been with us, growing on our banks. I should get back to work. If you need something crafting, let me know.
It will do. In fact, I'll take a look at your wares right away.
Wasn't it just?
Kind of a odd, like, bow, but alright, yeah, to each their own. Ooh, level up. Level 44. Thank you very much. Reflection of Earth. Alright. I didn't expect to get, accessories like that, but I guess it makes sense. You know, you still gotta give me rewards and things, even in the DLC.
What is it you want?
Got anything better? Defender +1. Ooh, we can make that, actually.
Done.
I need 4 more clutch mine in order to upgrade it to Defender +2. Did I see another one that was actually better? No. Okay. That's better. Although I already have it. I just need to reinforce it.
Better than you. Will that do, yeah?
Got any better bracelets? No. That's probably... The specific the story bracelet I got is probably the best. At least for a while.
Oh, I'll have her hide when she gets back.
Oh, sorry. I was leagues away. How can I help you? If you're after something from the storehouse, it's actually my wife you'll want to talk to. She will have to charge you for the goods, though. Not that we'd fleece you or anything. It's just, you know...
Relax, I get it. Like, shops work like shops do. You have to buy or trade for
Saying
goods.
that,
It's normal.
She might not be able to get anything down for you for a bit.
What's up? Any particular reason? Need a help?
She's got her hands full with the inventory, you see. It should have been my daughter's job, really, but the willful little Rills decided to make herself scarce. The heavens only know where that girl's got to.
If you'd like me to keep an eye out for her.
Oh, no. I couldn't ask that of an outsider.
It's not really a big deal.
Could I? You wouldn't mind?
I do stuff like this all the time. It's fine.
Of course not. She won't have gone far, will she?
I hope not. But I've scoured the entire village for her and come up empty-handed. Can't help thinking she might have gone on another one of her little adventures.
Maybe down to that little river that I
That she is. Can't get her to sit still. Especially once you heard you lot were on your way. Outsiders! Should have said a little
that
lies
I
like
investigated earlier.
Look, if she wanted to watch you arrive, she'd have made for the low gate where you first came in. The guard there might have spotted her. Maybe you could ask him. Ruka, her name is.
All right. I'll let you know if I find her. Try not to worry.
Just knocking shit over in the background. I thought it was full of... thought it was my actual, like, full drink for a moment, and it, like, it just so happened to fall onto my, amplifier that controls all my sound shit. I was like, oh, fuck, did I just accidentally break that? No, we're all good, we're all good.
You haven't seen the storekeeper's daughter, have you?
Little Ruka. I have, as it happens. She went out through the gate not long ago.
Out of the village? Alone?
Aye, she does it all the time.
There are like level 50 monsters about, dude.
There's a path off to the left which leads down to the river.
I knew it.
Nice little spot, that. Safe as you like. The beasts of the mountain don't dare come so close to the village. That's where she'll be. Go and have a look if you don't believe me.
I will. This must be the path.
I wonder how we missed her. I already went down here once. Yeah, she might have been hiding. Or maybe she went here after we arrived at the village.
They're not here either. It's you! I've been looking everywhere for you.
You must be Rooker.
You know my name? Can you lot read minds?
No.
Your father asked me to keep an eye out for you.
Although that would be kind of
You
cool.
left without telling him where you were going. He was worried.
But I went to look for you.
Well, now you found me. What do you say we head back to the village and let your father know you're safe?
All right. And on the way home, you can tell me all about the world beyond the wall. I want to know everything.
Not really much to tell at the moment. Everything's kind of terrible, to be honest. Let's just tell her the good stuff, like all the history and things, alright? Not the,
Thank you for bringing up
literal end of the world.
Oh, no. It was a pleasure.
Daddy, did you know that there are villages 10 times as big as Haven in the outside world? 10 times! Cities, they call them. And in these cities, they have great big walls and towers and castles.
Oh, to think I was worried.
Sorry if filling her thoughts, filling her head with the outside world. But,
Right.
you know. Figured a little bit of conversation wouldn't hurt.
Thanks for putting up with her questions. She, there's a lot of them. One of the big ones being, what are the people beyond the wall like? Reckon you've made a good first impression.
Are we the only one she's ever met?
That you are. The rest of the world can't know we're here, so we'll have to be very careful who we're letting in and out. A few of us might make the occasional trip to shore for supplies, but for the most part, we'll make do with what we've got, including what the old Northerners left us.
Yes. You built on top of the old ruins, didn't you?
Well, they'll make for fine foundations. Their masons clearly knew what they were doing. That's one thing we don't have to worry about. Oh, it's everything else that's the problem.
Sounds about right.
Metals for tool making, anything like that. We have to dress up as traveling merchants and make a trip to the outside and pray to every cloud in the heavens that nobody sees through us.
Which explains why you need Gil.
Aye. And now Rook is back. My wife should be free to assist you with any potential purchases.
I'll be sure to use that service.
So please, do make good use of our stores, because we fully intend to make good use of your coin.
I'll be sure to keep my purse strings loose.
Wouldn't help to splurge a little bit, eh, Clev? Fuck, 6,000 experience just from that. Hello.
Thanks for bringing me daughter back. I don't grudge her looking for adventure, but she's got to pull her weight like the rest of us. Anyway, now we've got the inventory done, I can attend to my own tasks, like seeing to our visitors' needs. So, was the route you wanted?
Yep. What do you got?
I will have to charge you.
I just reinforced that twice. I wasted all of that material. There's a better one right here. Damn it.
Well,
yes, please.
If you're sure you need it.
Fuck. Give me another high potion.
You are.
Alright.
Well, what do you think the tributary sees in those outsiders?
How long do you think this bridge is?
No other quests I'm missing, right? Doesn't look like it.
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
Can you not see the overgrown mast? Hmm. Give me more experience, thank you.
The quickest route to the surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an icon of water gets angry?
Why did you have to ask?
I was just curious. Let's see here. Abilities. Could upgrade Judgment Bolt at some point. Alternatively, I should probably upgrade, I could upgrade Zantetsuken too. We'll get the base level of Heaven's Cloud and, I want that. Oh, hey, Tonberries!
Tonberries. Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save the sharp knives, it seems.
Bye. Oh. Literally, fucking one spell is all it took. Okay. I'll explore those areas later.
I can smell the sea. It's not far now.
So bright. Wow.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
That's very pretty.
might I inquire about the Ray of Light?
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Walius by his people.
And zap. This is overkill. I am well aware. Normally I wouldn't fight every enemy I come across, but since the XP game is so nice, it's just kind of worth it. I mean, 2,500 for, like, killing very minor enemies that are just not super difficult, definitely worth.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip...
Oh, I
down
see.
to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right. It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
That's true. It's kind of weird that that happens twice. The surge. I wonder how that would work, like water frozen in time. Assuming if you didn't step into the AoE that you wouldn't also be frozen in time, that it's only affecting the stuff it originally hit. Like, would you be able to stand on it since it's like frozen in time? Or would you still sink? Would you be able to maneuver? Like, I assume it wouldn't move, so it would be solid, right?
It is my duty both as village elder and Walius's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. Forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moods.
It's probably all that energy, or whatever that the amount of ether pushed into that attack. That whatever temporal magic that's keeping them locked
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
I'm just gonna take a... There's nothing there. That's a wall. I was gonna say I was gonna take a quick detour, but there's nothing there.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No. It's not.
Holy shit.
Down in the center. Follow me.
Still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin, committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
So, how do we free him?
His burden.
You don't mean?
But no! What? What?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallis' icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done.
I mean, you've literally seen me use, like, dominant abilities. Like, of 3 dominants.
No matter what.
So, it might still come to violence?
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Well, the temporal magic is still affecting him. I don't think it's going to be much of a threat to us when it's frozen in time. Are we even going to be able to absorb the power this way?
Little one. Let me bear the weight.
It's just water, guys.
Hush now. It's going to be all right.
Is it done?
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong.
That's probably not great. That's bad. What is that? Ooh, threat.
He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
The power of water. Let's do this. Alright, yep. Leviathan's iconic feat, Serpent's Cry, can be used to summon to Clive's off-arm a sea-splitting serpent capable of dealing precision strikes to enemies at great range. Pressing left mouse button in this state will unleash Tidal Torrent, multiple bursts of water capable of forcefully knocking back smaller creatures. Using these attacks will deplete your tidal gauge, but can be refilled quicker by pressing shift. Ooh. I can double dodge?
Leviathan. Just an egg, but a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Oh, I see.
As friends.
Okay, timing's getting used to.
Nice try.
I literally just have a fucking shotgun attached to my arm, huh? Fucking awesome. I don't think it really fits into my current combat style, but you know what? Hey, I'll take anything. Yeah, I don't exactly care for this ability set. Like, it's cool, but it's not really my thing. It's like a spellcasting stance, but not really. I mean, it kind of is.
Is everyone all right?
But I prefer my spellcasting mixed in with my swordplay, thanks.
You said Walius was frozen in time. That he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but
I mean, nothing is ever that simple.
there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
He's not attacking us anymore.
I'm sorry, Walius. I will make this right.
Awaken the storm.
So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
That's an odd question. Why would it hurt?
Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
We will.
Of course.
Next stream on Friday. But that's where I'm going to have to call it for the night, because it is 11 o'clock, and as much as I would like to stay up late, I do still have work tomorrow. But this is the last day of work for the week, officially a Thursday. So maybe we'll stay up a little later the next couple nights. You know what you feel me? You get what I'm saying? But regardless, thanks everybody so much for watching. If you still are, I will be back tomorrow with Final Fantasy 14, where we will be not completing, but we will be continuing post-Stormblood MSQ and more Dark Knight quests while we get ready to start up Shadowbringers. I know we do probably have at least like another 10-15 hours of content to get through before we even get to Shadowbringers. But as somebody who's going from maining DPS to maining tank, I'm gonna need I will probably want the couple months to prepare. But regardless, it won't actually be a couple months. It'll probably be like a month, maybe. But regardless, if you enjoyed and want to catch more streams, the easiest way to do so would be to hit the buttons on your respective platforms, whether that be the follow button on Twitch or the subscribe and the bell on YouTube. Also, you can join our Discord, which is posted in the description of both of my channels, whether on Twitch or on YouTube, so you get the notifications for when we go live and the weekly schedules that I post that may or may not be consistent. But besides the point, I hope everybody enjoyed and have a good night. Bye-bye.